Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah, Namah, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah, Namah, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya.
Hey, Roger, nice to see you.
Hey, Rod. Hey, David.
Jolene.
Hey, Jolene. All right, welcome, everyone. Welcome to Merkaba Temple Online. We are coming to you live from the Archershaw River Temple in the jungle mountains of Puerto Vallarta and connected with you spiritually from all over the world. Welcome home. 1 year ago, this very weekend, we gathered for the first time. We had no audience, no money, no certainty, and no promise that anyone would return. Only a simple prayer that if we continue to show up, love would meet us here. I'm not going to make it through today without crying. Today, 51 Sundays later, we gather again, not because we've reached the end of something, but because we've discovered the quiet miracle that happens when people keep showing up.
Merkaba Temple has never been about building a following. It has always been about cultivating a practice, a place where people from every tradition, every background, every season of life could return again and again to what is most true. So whether your path has been shaped by Christ, Krishna, Buddha, Shiva, the Divine Mother, the wisdom of the earth, or simply a quiet longing to know yourself more deeply, you are welcome here. You belong.
So we live in a world that celebrates novelty, the next new thing, the next distraction, the next place to place our attention. But the spiritual life has always taught us something different. Transformation rarely happens because of one extraordinary moment. It happens because we return. We return to silence. We return to prayer. We return to awareness. We return to compassion. And we return to community. And slowly, almost imperceptibly, our lives begin to change.
This morning's service is called 1 Year Later, the spiritual power of returning. Today isn't simply a celebration of what Merkaba Temple has accomplished. It is a celebration of what faithful practice can accomplish inside a human heart. Because every meditation, every prayer, every song, every conversation, every Sunday you've chosen to return has quietly become part of who you are.
And so whether this is your 51st Sunday with us or your very first, you have arrived at exactly the right time. Because this morning is ultimately not about looking backward. It is about remembering why we return and why we always will. So let's all take a slow, deep breath together. Allowing yourself to fully arrive. Let this hour become a sanctuary, not only for celebration, but for gratitude. Because what we are entering together is more than an online service. It is a living community of practice.
So, as we do every Sunday, we begin by tuning in. Before there is teaching, before there is conversation, before there is music, there is remembrance. The Adi mantra has been sung for generations by practitioners as invocation to the infinite creative wisdom and to the inner teacher that lives within each of us. It is not a prayer to something outside of us. It is an invitation to become still enough to hear the wisdom that has always been present. On this first anniversary of Merkaba Temple, it feels especially meaningful that we begin exactly as we began 1 year ago, by returning to the breath, to presence, and to what is sacred. So if you know the mantra, please sing with us. If it is new to you, simply breathe, listen, and receive. The words can be found in the chat. We will take 3 slow, deep breaths together, and on the 4th breath, we will chant Ong Namo Guru Dev Namo 3 times. Let's begin. Begin by rubbing our hands together, activating the left and right hemisphere of the brain. Feeling that fire, that energy, that warmth. Pause, bringing the hands to the heart center, taking a deep breath in. And release. Again, deep breath in. And release. Deep breath in. And release. Receive the breath to begin.
Divine light in us, through us, and as us, with grateful hearts, we gather once again in this sacred circle. Thank you for every soul who has found their way here today, and for every soul who has journeyed with us throughout this first year. Thank you for every Sunday morning, every prayer offered, every song sung, every teaching received, and every moment of silence, and to every heart that discovered it was never walking alone. As we begin this second year together, may we never lose the wonder of simply returning to capital S self, returning to you, returning to one another, and returning to love. Quiet our minds, open our hearts, and help us become fully present to this moment, not rushing toward what comes next, nor clinging to what has already passed, but resting right here in the gift of presence. Bless our community, bless those who have joined here and been here since the very beginning. May each person know they are welcome, they are seen, and they are loved, and they belong. As we hear the stories shared this morning, may we recognize something of our own journey within them. May we remember that transformation rarely happens all at once, but through countless moments of choosing to return to prayer, practice, hope, and to love. Teach us to become people of faithful practice, people who return to compassion when judgment arises, who return to peace when fear appears, who return to courage when the path feels uncertain, and who return again and again to the quiet truth of who we really are. May Merkaba Temple continue to be a place where every sincere seeker finds refuge, where every wounded heart discovers healing, where every questioning mind finds spaciousness, and where every soul remembers its sacred belonging. And may everything shared here today, every word, song, silence, and every story become an offering of gratitude. And may the year ahead deepen not only our community, but each of us, as together we continue walking our sacred path. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Guru Om, Amen, Aho, Ashe, and so it is.
As we celebrate 1 year together, I find myself returning to one simple word: peace. Not the kind of peace that depends on our circumstances, not the peace that comes only when life finally goes according to plan, as it often does not, but the deeper peace that has always been available beneath the changing seasons of our lives. For 51 Sundays, we have gathered, sometimes carrying joy, sometimes grief, certainty, sometimes questions. And through it all, we have continued returning to this sacred space, discovering that beneath every emotion, every success, every difficulty, there is a presence that remains undisturbed. Our mantra this morning is beautifully simple. Om Shanti Om. Om is the sacred sound of the infinite, the sacred sound of all of creation. And Shanti simply means peace. Not only peace within ourselves, but peace in our relationships, our communities, and peace among all beings everywhere. So as we begin our second year together, may this mantra become our prayer. May peace fill our hearts. May peace guide our words. May peace shape our actions. And may peace be what we cultivate here. And may it continue to ripple outward into a world that is hungry for peace. If you know the mantra, please sing with us. If it is new to you, simply breathe and receive. The words can be found in the chat.
Okay. Oh,
Do you need your glasses for that?
oh,
You might need your glasses for that.
I might need my glasses for this. Do you see the Om Shanti mantra here?
Oh, I don't. You can.
Oh, there it is.
All right.
Okay, good.
Om Shanti Om 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 Shanti Om Shanti Om 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 Shanti Om 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 Om Shanti
Om Shanti Om.
All beings everywhere find peace.
So let's just remain where we are for a moment. Notice your breath. Notice the stillness that has begun to settle within you. Perhaps your heart feels a little more open, a little more present, a little more at home. 1 year ago, we gathered for the very first time. We could never have imagined where this journey would have led us. And yet every Sunday we have returned, not because we had all the answers, but because something deeper kept calling us back. So that's the gift of an authentic spiritual path. It reminds us that wisdom is not something that we invent. It is something that we learn to remember again and again and again.
Each week at Merkaba Temple, we pause to receive a guru's transmission inspired by the timeless wisdom of our beloved guru, Bhagavan Nityananda of Ganeshpuri. Not as words to admire or beliefs to adopt, but as living wisdom to contemplate and embody. As we celebrate this anniversary, may these words remind us that while 1 year is worth celebrating, the truth they point toward is timeless. May they strengthen our practice, deepen our gratitude, and encourage us to continue returning to the light that has always been guiding us. Jacob, the temple is yours.
Thank you, brothers. Beloved ones, people often ask, what is the secret to the spiritual life? They imagine there must be a hidden teaching, a rare experience, or a distant mountaintop waiting to be climbed. Yet the secret has never been hidden. It has always been found in returning. The sun does not rise only once. The river does not flow only one day. The heart does not awaken through a single prayer. Life itself teaches through repetition. Do not underestimate the holiness of ordinary faithfulness. Every time you choose forgiveness over resentment, every time you choose silence over distraction, every time you choose love over fear, you are shaping your soul. These choices may seem small, but eternity is built from small things offered with great sincerity. Many people spend their lives searching for their next teacher, the next book, the next technique, the next revelation. Yet wisdom quietly asks a different question. Have you lived the last teaching you were given? Do not measure your path by extraordinary moments. Measure it by your willingness to return. Return when your meditation feels dry. Return when your prayers feel unanswered. Return when your heart feels full. Return when it feels broken. The one who keeps returning is always walking with God. Today we celebrate 1 year together. Not because perfection has been achieved, but because love has been practiced. Week after week, breath after breath, heart beside heart. And that is how every authentic spiritual community is born. Walk gently this week. Return often. Trust the quiet work that faithful practice is accomplishing within you. even when you cannot yet see its fruit. For the divine has never counted your extraordinary moments. The divine has always delighted in your willingness to come home. Om Guru Om, Jai Guru.
Om Guru Om, Jai Guru. Thank you, Jacob.
Thank
There are
you.
moments when words have carried us as far as they can, and the heart is ready to listen in another way. So for the past year, music has been one of the great gifts of our community. Week after week, it has opened our hearts, quieted our minds, and reminded us that some truths are meant to be experienced, not explained. A song can become a prayer, a melody can become a meditation, and sometimes in the space between the notes, we hear the voice of the divine most clearly.
As you receive this morning's musical offering, don't simply listen with your ears, listen with your heart. Allow the music to become your prayer of gratitude for this moment, for this community, and for the countless quiet ways your own life has been transformed by the simple practice of returning. Whether you've been with us since our very first Sunday, or whether today is your first time joining us, may this song remind you that you have a place here. You belong. Christopher, the floor is yours.
The floor?
The temple.
We're in a floor today.
The sacred space.
Sacred floor.
The stage is yours.
Okay, everyone. You get me today. Here we go.
You might need your glasses for that.
No, I can see. Hey, Maya. The beautiful song that I channeled one night during my nightly devotion. I had it playing and the song just came out. And it's to honor the guru, our guru, each and every one of us. So as Anne and I reflected on this first anniversary, we asked ourselves a simple question. What should today's teaching be? We could have prepared another teaching, and we could have reflected on everything we've learned over the past year. But the more we prayed and meditated on it, the more we realized that the teaching is sitting right here, and it is our community. 1 year ago, Merkaba Temple was not built on strategy, and it wasn't built on marketing, and it wasn't built on certainty. It was built on a simple willingness to show up week after week. And that has never been something Anne and I have done alone. Every Sunday, there are people serving behind the scenes, praying, preparing, leading, creating music, running the chat, offering wisdom, holding space, and not because they have to, but because they love this community. That kind of service, seva, is sacred. Most of it is never even seen. There are no headlines for faithfulness, no applause for quietly showing up, and yet that is exactly how spiritual communities are built, one act of love at a time.
We often speak about the Horizon Council, but today we'd like to do something a little different. We'd like to honor them because they have become more than volunteers. They have become friends, co-laborers, spiritual companions, brothers and sisters on the path. Their fingerprints are on every Sunday you've experienced this year, whether you've realized it or not. And to Roy, to Jacob, to Sapphire, we say thank you. Thank you for saying yes. Thank you for your consistency, your generosity, and for lending your gifts to something bigger than ourselves. Christopher and I love you deeply, and we are profoundly grateful to walk this path beside you.
One of the beautiful things about spiritual practice is that it doesn't only change the people who receive it, it changes the people who offer it. Service has a way of transforming the servant. And over this past year, we've watched that happen, not only in ourselves, but in each member of our Horizon Council. So this morning, rather than hearing another sermon, we thought it would be beautiful to hear their stories. Not polished speeches, not perfect answers, but simple, honest reflections on what this first year has meant to them, how they've grown, what they've discovered, and why they keep returning.
We'll begin with someone whose music has helped open our hearts, Sapphire. Thank you for sharing your gifts so generously this year with this community. The temple is yours.
Well, hello, everybody. I'm Sapphire. Some of you may know me formerly as Persephone, still Persephone. It's just my middle name now. When I came to meet Anne, I was in a really, really difficult time in my life. I was stuck and I felt very lost. And Anne showed me kindness is free. And he brought me into the fold here and gave me little pieces of information about how it was going, because he knew I was extremely spiritual and he knew I'd enjoy, I don't know, religious structure, but it's not religion, it's spiritual. It's a personal relationship with yourself and the universe. And he taught me that. And lovely Christopher welcomed me with open arms. It happened that we were from the same place, Austin, Texas. And now in Merkaba, I'm able to be like open and honest about when I need support and when I'm struggling emotionally, mentally, and when I need community, I have it. Um, my husband and I coming into the fold was just like it was able to grow our connection with each other, um, and find structure in our world where all we knew was chaos. Um, I've not only processed some very heavy grief and trauma, but I've been able to maintain my spiritual and mental health in the meantime. And that was extremely important to me, and it still is to this day. Um, I've been able to find more balance and hope for myself. And I've also learned to try my best to be like more present with my family, with my husband, with my friends, in general, with myself. Um, and getting to serve on the Horizon Council with Christopher Aon and Roy and lovely Jacob, it is the biggest highlight of one of my weeks. It is truly the biggest highlight of my weeks. It's part of my life that is extremely consistent, and it's always something that I look forward to. It's something my own mother comes to, and y'all don't know my mom was devout. Okay. That lady stayed in that church from the time that I was little to the time that she got divorced. So that lady, wow, the fact that she's so open and able to like through me and the Horizon Council and through Merkaba expand her viewpoint is such a big thing for me. Because I know my husband a while, but I know my mama my whole life. So thank y'all. I want to also explicitly thank you guys for allowing me to be of service. As people who attend and people who are also in Horizon Council, I want to thank you guys for helping me to be of service and allowing me to do so. Thank you for helping me to become more spiritually fortified. And thank you for helping me to lay the foundation with my husband that I need to become a fantastic matriarch. It means everything. You guys are wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sapphire.
Co-spotlight. Hold on. That's spotlight. There we go.
One of the most interesting things about Sapphire, so we met each other at one of the most darkest moments of each of our lives. But even in the darkest moment of her life, as soon as she got to the center that we met at, like she lit up the room. And what was so cool is she's a true matriarch because like everyone like pulled around her, like wherever things were happening, Sapphire was like in the middle of it. and then we did where we met, like we did karaoke, and I remember hearing her sing for the first time, and it just like I cried, and I just cried listening to your share right now, and just like the impact that we have had on each other's lives, like there are not enough words to describe it, and I'm so grateful, and my heart and my soul is filled with so much gratitude and love that we get to see each other every Sunday, and that like being present and being participatory and being like bathed in the light of who you are didn't stop there a year ago. It's something that I get to be a part of every single week, and I just absolutely love you from the bottom of my heart, and I'm so grateful for you.
You guys are wonderful, and you've changed my life completely. Thank you.
Yeah.
You're so welcome.
I think I need one of those tissues now.
Gratitude speaks when we carry the message, right? And we each come here every week and show up, whether we want to or not, and we carry the message of hope and love out into the world. And your music has changed the lives of many people and allowed us to really connect to who we really are. And we are so grateful, and we cannot wait to see what you bring to the temple floor in the coming year. So we're excited. We love you. Okay, next up, we will hear from Sapphire's husband, our next amazing vocalist and behind the scenes chat man, Roy.
Hey there, everybody. So I'm Roy. You may have heard me or seen my name with WeChat. I just want to say, thank you for joining us for our 1 year celebration. 1 year ago, my wife told me they were thinking about starting to go to this new online church, or not a church, or something. They weren't sure what exactly it was they were getting into, but they knew they wanted to do it. We had just moved to Florida, my home state. I had no idea how much Merkaba would play in my homecoming. I was recently sober from alcohol after over a decade of slowly poisoning myself to death. We were starting over to break out of the dark mental health space we had both found ourselves stuck in while living in Texas. Starting over by choosing ourselves, choosing life, and choosing to continue on together. I made a choice that I hadn't made before. I said, hey, I'll go too. That one little choice was a seed being planted. You see, before I moved to Florida, before I started coming to Merkaba, I was stuck. I was stuck in a place where I could not find a reason to want to keep going on, a reason to take care or love myself, or a reason why anyone else should do the same. And after that first Merkaba temple service, still couldn't find it. What I did find was a group of people who had been in the same places as me, been to rock bottom. They didn't claim to have any simple answers to find those elusive elements of wholeness. They seemed happy. They were full of love and they were alive. So I came to Merkaba again the next week, and the week after. And week after week, I came back to the garden of Merkaba Temple to tend and nurture that little seed I planted by saying, hey, I'll go too. And what I slowly started to find was that I did care. I did love myself. I saw how putting in work and practice and dedication to a community interested in making the world a better place for everyone actually ended up changing the way I saw and interacted with the world around me and how I saw myself. Today, that little seed I planted has grown into a beautiful flower, but not one that stands on its own. It's among the abundance of vibrant life and growth that can be found at Merkaba Temple. Thank you to all of you for gardening with me over the past year. And thank you to Aeon and Chris for opening this garden to everyone, so they too can plant their own seeds.
Oh, Christopher's the crier, you guys. What are you
No,
doing to
for
me today?
real. I'm over here just in tears. My God, today. Wow.
Roy, who just came in because he's just gonna check it out. And this man has evolved in so many ways. It has been so beautiful to watch you grow, Roy, to watch you so deeply committed to this service and to being a part of our vision, and I am so grateful to have you here week after week. And we
Yes.
are so grateful. Oh, and your rock ballads and
Yes.
because Roy also sings for us, y'all. If you haven't heard him, he
Songs that I didn't even know could be spiritual, are Spirit is singing to us through every genre. I tell you, it's
it's
incredible.
been so cool.
It's the
It's-
best feeling to be able to say, hey, my partner is just as into this. You know what? He's gonna have a better idea than I will, and be able to go, honey, can you help me?
Oh, anything you want to add?
I'm just in awe, to be and to be surrounded by such incredible people, all the time. From where I came from too, I know what that rock bottom feels like. To be in a community of people who are just thriving and walking this path with me. There are not enough words to express how grateful I am for both of you.
We love you so much. Okay, y'all, we turn the floor of the temple.
The temple
Floor. I don't know
floor.
where we get this floor thing from, you guys. We don't even have a floor here. We live in Mexico. We're in the jungle. All right, we're in the jungle. Okay,
We turn this jungle over.
we're gonna turn the jungle over to Jacob. And hold on, Jacob, let me pull you up. There we go.
All right, how am I gonna follow those speeches up? Hi everybody. My name is Jacob. It's truly been an honor to be one of the stewards carrying this community, this temple. I can't believe it's been a year already. It doesn't feel like it. It feels like only yesterday. I was offered a chance to be a part of the service and to serve you guys, and it's been incredible. Before embarking on this journey, I had just arrived to Texas, a single father who moved his family halfway across the country in search of a better, more peaceful life. Before the move, I was in a very uncertain time, a very chaotic time. I had just had a huge, huge spiritual awakening. I mean, it was one of the hardest, craziest, most beautiful times of my life. I lost my job, a serious relationship, my car, pretty much everything, my whole life, in 1 week, in the same week. But I also found myself um, alone, neglected, and scared. And I saw myself for the first time. I reached my hand out to myself for the first time. I began to love myself for the first time in a very long time. And so um, I moved out here and I went to this place called I think it's called the Healing Temple. And I met Christopher and Aeon amongst a sea of like-minded souls. And I remember watching them interact and listening to them speak, and my spirit spoke to me and it said, they walk the path that you wish to walk. Allow them to guide you. And so and so I remember getting with them after everybody was done sharing their stories. I think it was a Halloween night. Everybody was sharing spooky stories. And I remember talking to him and I said, hey, I want to do what you guys do. I don't know what that looks like, but that's what my spirit told me to say. And I remember they were like, okay, let's exchange contact info. And I remember giving them my info, but I didn't know what it was going to lead to. I didn't know the flowers that were going to bloom from it. But I remember we got together, I think the following week, we went to breakfast together. And after that, it just turned into this beautiful brotherhood of mentorship and love and connection. And it's just been amazing. And shortly after that, they were like, hey, we have this temple community. Would you like to be one of the stewards? And I accepted, and I didn't know what that role was going to look like, but my spirit was just like, yeah, let's do it. And being here has been incredible. Being able to serve all of you has been incredible. Coming back week after week, committed, even when life is uncertain, has been beautiful. And it's taught me gentleness, leadership, patience, peace, stillness, and most of all, discipline. And it's also taught me that I'm not alone, that I don't have to weather every storm in my life alone. And my brothers know how much I like to pull away and how much I like to. I go back into my little shell when things get chaotic because that's what's comfortable to me. That's what I know. I know when things get hard, um, I only have myself, but that's not true anymore. That's what my life used to be, you know. And it's been work to not go back to into my shell, and I'm still working on it. But coming back here, being a steward, being in the mentorship, being able to serve all of you has really helped me feel like I'm not alone. It lets me know I'm not alone. And like Sapphire said, I have community when I need it. And I just want to say, Christopher, Aeon, Roy, Sapphire, and to everybody here, I love you, I cherish you, and I carry you in my heart always. Thank you.
Oh, Jacob. I don't even know where to start with you.
Oh,
Such a bright light, bright and shiny and magnetic. And that first time I knew when you asked us to mentor you, I knew it was meant to be. Because Guru said, absolutely. He is one of us. Bring him in, teach him everything you know. And we teach each other, right?
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
what's so beautiful, is that we teach each other. And it's been such a ride and so beautiful mentoring Jacob over the last year and being a part of his life and the lives of Sapphire and Roy has been such an honor, incredible honor. Every week we bring ourselves to center. We turn over our egos and we surrender performance so that we can be open, clear channels for the divine to work through us here.
And one of the things that is so special about community, and especially spiritual community, is not any one of us is in the light all the time. And it's when we have our moments of darkness or our moments of shadow, it's the light that you each hold up for me that helps me remember the vision of who I am. And it is just absolutely incredible. You know, we each get to hold that torch for each other to help us, you know, continue this journey moving forward and becoming the highest expression of ourselves. And so it's nice that you guys, we hold that vision for each other. And that's what it's all about. That's what being in a spiritual community is all about, is we don't have to hold that torch for ourselves. And I'm just, I'm speechless with gratitude. I just can't even express the level of gratitude I have for this community, for everyone who comes each week, for all of those who watch it later, and the difference that we each get to make for each other and how we navigate this sometimes chaotic and complicated world. And we don't have to do it alone. You're right, Jacob.
So a year ago, a little over a year ago, maybe a few weeks, we learned that the state of Texas requires a church to do weekly services. And in the state of Texas, we are a private ministerial association church. And I turned to Aeon and I said, Aeon, my love, August 1st, we're going to start doing weekly online services for Merkaba Temple. He's like, what? How are we going to do that? What's that going to look like? I'm like, I don't know what it's going to look like. I have no idea. But we prayed, we meditated, and here we are. And I just wanted to honor you,
Thank you.
and all of the service that you have given in front of the camera, behind the scenes. It's been incredible to watch you grow here in our Merkaba Temple community. And some of the best teachings, you know, some of the highest watched teachings come from Aeon Ananda here on our YouTube channel. And it's just been so incredible, you know, to see you grow and evolve, and to see you realize that you are such a gift to the world.
Thank you.
And we are so blessed to have you.
Thank
So,
you. Well, likewise for you, because you are the foundation, the structure, I mean, none of this could be possible without each and every one of us, but specifically Christopher, because he does most of the heavy lifting. I like the fun part, getting to talk, which, as a public speaker, it's kind of like what we do. It's nice to have someone do the heavy lifting so I can do the fun part. So I have to honor you for doing most of the heavy lifting. I love you.
I love you too. Okay, everyone, we are going to move into meditation, and it's going to be a little bit different today. I'm just going to put on a beautiful piece of music. So I invite you to close your eyes, get somewhere comfortable, and just take it in. Take in the love. Feel the love. All of you here that are watching us have been a part of this community as well. We're all holding space for each other. And for that, we are truly grateful.
I'm grateful, full to the brim. I am. I'm grateful, more than I've ever been. Yes, I'm grateful, full to the brim. I'm grateful, more than I've ever been. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Grateful I woke up again. Woke up and took a breath again, Yahweh. Looked up and saw the sun again. I'm grateful for the eyes I have. Amen. I'm moving on my toes again. I'm grateful for the wind against my face. I'm grateful for the sensation of a loved one's embrace. I'm grateful for the lemon juice upon my lips. I'm grateful I can smile when I'm tasting it. I'm grateful, full to the brim. Yes, I'm grateful, more than I've ever been. It's true, yeah, it's true, yeah. I'm grateful, full to the brim. I am. Yes, I'm grateful, more than I've ever been. It's true, yeah, it's true, yeah.
Oh, thank you to the state of Texas. We are grateful that you moved us into doing this incredible thing. It's so grateful. All right, everyone. Before we move into today's announcements, we'd like to invite you into a moment of generosity with us. So this morning, we've celebrated 1 year of Merkaba Temple. We've remembered where the journey has began, and we listened to stories of lives being changed. And together, we reflected on the quiet power of simply returning. So as I look back over this first year, I realized something.
What was that?
Everything we've celebrated today, every service, meditation, song, guru's transmission, podcast, blog article, conversation, and every life that has been touched has only been possible because of people believed in us and believed in what we were all building together. We have never been funded by a denomination, a corporation, or an institution. We have been sustained by each other. Because we all believe that extraordinary things happen when we gather in love. So if this community has become a place where you have found peace, wisdom, and less alone, where you've remembered something sacred about yourself, then perhaps this temple has become part of your spiritual home. And if it feels like home, we would like to invite you to help build it. Not because we're trying to reach a fundraising goal, but because the work matters. There are people we have not yet met, people searching, people grieving, people asking the same questions many of us have asked. They don't know Merkaba Temple exists yet. Your generosity helps us keep these doors open. It helps us continue offering these services freely, creating podcasts, writing articles, recording meditations, supporting people on scholarships and retreats, and reaching people around the world who may have never walked through the doors of a traditional spiritual community, but are longing for a place to belong. 64,000 people have viewed us on YouTube. 64,000 people. You look around and you see a beautiful handful here each week, but 64,000 people are also joining us. 1 year ago, the temple existed only as a vision, and today it's a living community. Imagine what could happen over the next year if every person who has been nourished here decided to help nourish someone they have never met. So, if your heart is saying yes, we invite you to make your offering today, not out of obligation or because you have to, but because generosity is one of the beautiful ways love becomes visible in the world. Our Venmo is at Merkaba Temple, all one word, or you can donate at merkabatemple.com/donate. Whatever you choose to give, whether it's financial support or sharing these services with a friend, send them the link, or simply coming back each week with an open heart. We love you and we thank you. May your generosity return to you multiplied in peace, in love, and in countless quiet blessings.
Before we close today, there is just one announcement.
Only one.
Only one? Really?
Yep.
If Merkaba Temple has become a place where your spirit feels nourished, keep coming back.
Keep coming back.
There is something profoundly transformative about returning to practice week after week. As we've celebrated this morning, it isn't one extraordinary service that changes us. It's the quiet faithfulness of showing up again and again. And if this community has been a blessing in your life, help us share it. Invite a friend to join next Sunday. Share one of our service replays on YouTube. Pass along a podcast episode that touched your heart. Share a blog article that made you think differently. Tell someone about our community. The most beautiful thing about Merkaba Temple has never been our numbers. It has always been the people. Almost everyone who has found this temple did so because someone they trusted simply said, "Hey, I think you might like this." Or as Roy and Per Se says, "I'll try it out." If every one of us invited just one person over the next year, imagine how many more lives could discover a spiritual home where all paths are welcome, where questions are honored, practice is encouraged, and no one has to walk the path alone. Thank you all for helping us grow, not simply by increasing our reach, but by expanding this circle of love, one relationship at a time. Let's prepare our hearts for our closing prayer. Taking a deep breath in. Exhaling, coming back to center. How about one more deep breath in? And release, finding that inner stillness, that inner pause, that space. Deep breath in. Divine light in us, through us, and as us. As we prepare to return to the ordinary rhythms of our lives, we do so with hearts full of gratitude. Thank you for this year, for every soul who found hope here, every question that opened a new door, and every prayer that was whispered, every song that was offered, every teaching that invited us deeper, and every quiet moment in which we remembered who we truly are. Thank you for the reminding us today that transformation is rarely sudden. It is cultivated through faithfulness, through returning again and again to prayer, to practice, to presence, to love, and to each other. Bless each person who gathered with us this morning, those who have walked with us from the very beginning, those who joined somewhere along the way, and those who found this community for the very first time today. May each one know that they have a place here. May each one carry this spirit of belonging into the week ahead and into their lives. As we enter this second year together, may we continue to grow, not only in knowledge, but in compassion, not only in understanding, but in wisdom, and not only in spiritual experience, but in the quiet embodiment of love. Help us remember that every act of kindness matters. Every prayer matters. Every moment of forgiveness matters. And every time we choose love over fear, we participate in the healing of the world. May we walk into this new week and this new year of Merkaba Temple with grateful hearts, peaceful minds, and quiet confidence. Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Guru Om.
Om Guru Om.
Amen.
Amen.
Aho.
Aho.
Ashe.
Ashe.
And so
And
it
so
is.
it is. All right, everyone, let's close as we always do with the longtime sun and Sat Nam. The words can be found in the chat.
Thank you for all for sticking around for us for a little more time today. We really appreciate
Yeah,
it.
I think we might go over 2 minutes. Here we go.
May the long time sun
Shine upon you, all love surround you, and pure light within you, guide your way on. Guide your way on. A long time sun shine upon you. All light surround you, and the pure light within you, guide your way on, guide your way on.
Do-do-do.
Do 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 do. 1 year of doo-doos.
1 year of doo-doos.
Do-do-do-do-do. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure light within you, guide your way on, guide your way on.
Key change. Your way.
Bringing the palms together, let's all close by singing Sat Nam, truth is our identity.
Satnam, everybody.
Sat Nam. Stick around, please, for fellowship. We'd love to have you. Thank you for being here with us on our very special day. We look forward to seeing you next week. All right, guys. So,
Walk in light, walk in love, and remember, we are all one. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Guru Om, Amen, Aho, Ashe. And so it is, and so it shall remain.
That part.
all right, everybody,
That
give me
part
a
is
moment.
awesome.